Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Kyle here from Speedbets, bringing you guys the official best bets video. We got the 5 locks, the best underdogs, the DFS slips. I'm even throwing some props in there today, man. Let's get right into this. No time to waste. I'm about to head out to this event in like literally an hour, so I got to get this edited and up. And yeah, still need a haircut. Still don't give a fuck. Let's go. Corey Sandhagen, Davison, Figueiredo. 5 locks coming at you. It has to be Corey Sandhagen. Figgy's gonna be way undersized. He's gonna be way outaged. Figgy, I mean, he's not a young buck, all right. Corey Sandhagen is a range management striker. He's gonna keep Figgy at bay. He might get hit clean once or twice. I don't think Figgy's gonna land anywhere near enough to really hurt him. Figgy landed like 70 strikes to Piotr Jan's 120, and those guys are the same height. Now imagine Corey Sandhagen with an even bigger height advantage. I just think he's more dynamic. He can mix in the grappling. He can do whatever. Figgy's only chance is like a fluke guillotine. I just don't see that happening. Give me Mason Jones. I don't like the line on this one, but I don't see a world where Mason Jones loses to Jeremy Stephens. One fight contract in his hometown. Sounds like they brought him back to retire him in front of his hometown under the UFC banner. Can't blame him for that. Guy, I mean, he's a staple of the sport. He gave us like one of McGregor's biggest moments, so pay respect to the man. Mason Jones is kind of a different beast. This guy is a brawler. He can also grapple. I just think he's got Jeremy Stephens covered everywhere, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a finish, but they might just brawl it out for 15 minutes. Give me Azamat Pakoyev. Now this one right here, this is my least confident out of all the locks this week. And there wasn't a lot I liked to lock up, so Azamat Pakoyev, I think he's just a better striker than Ryan Loder. I think it's not even remotely close. But if I'm well aware, if Ryan Loder gets his wrestling going, if Pakoyev can't stuff the takedowns, this could be a long night. And I think Bakoyev can outwork him on the feet and keep it on the feet. But I'm a little bit worried. Ryan Loder is a good wrestler. We know this. Azamat Bakoyev, we don't see this guy on his back too often. So what does he look like down there? It's hard to say. But I think he should have it covered. He's shown good takedown defense so far. He's got good takedown offense, good ground and pound, good striking. I shouldn't say good striking. He's got serviceable striking. Ryan Loder has beat like below serviceable striking. So give me Bakoyev here. The line sucks. I wouldn't recommend betting his money line. Montel Jackson. Now, you might think I'm crazy locking up a guy fighting like a 17-0 undefeated Daniel Marcos. Daniel Marcos isn't undefeated. He lost to Davey Grant. Yanez showed holes in his game. If Yanez had a little bit more in the tank, he would have finished him in that third round. I think Montel Jackson hits with a different kind of power. This guy's got a different kind of reach. He's not active at all. He never fucking fights. I wish this guy would fight more often, but when he does fight, he makes it count. Coming off that like 10-second knockout over Damon Blackshear, flatlined him. Absolutely crushed him. I think Marcos is in for a long night. I think Montel Jackson is very defensively sound. He can even mix in the grappling. And I just think I'd be surprised to see Daniel Marcos win this one, but if he does, it'll probably be by a robbery split decision. Maybe you could throw that in there for a little prop bet. And then the over 2.5 for Miesha Tate and Jan Santos. Again, I told you guys I hate locking up these over 2.5s instead of actual fighters. But there's nothing else what do you want me to lock up? You want me to lock up Bo Nickel? I'm not locking up Bo Nickel. Give me the over 2.5. I don't think Miesha Tate's going to be able to get her grappling going. She's not going to find the takedowns. Even if she does, the fight's going to extend long. Yana Santos is not a little bitch on the ground. Gotta think Thiago Santos has been helping her, putting in that work. I know he's fucking well past his prime, but regardless, this fight's going all 3 rounds. Give me the underdog opportunities. You see a little short here. A little short. We're not going with that many this week. We've been getting burned when we're trying to do 3 to 4 underdogs and only one underdog a card is winning. Going back to what's working, we're doing 2 underdogs for you. We got Yana Santos herself. I think Miesha Tate's too old, too inactive. Yana Santos, yes, she has showed bad takedown defense in the past against very, very good fighters that were pretty much in their prime. Miesha Tate is far from her prime. Give me Yana Santos to stuff the takedowns and beat the shit out of Tate on the feet. Give me Cameron Smotherman plus 150. Now, I don't know if he's plus 150 right now. The line closed a little bit, but back when I sent this one out, he's plus 150. I don't think Sergey City's good at all. I think the dude's overrated. Cameron Smotherman has shown defensive lapses. I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, if Sergey City puts Cameron Smotherman out, that's all right. I know Cameron Smotherman went out fighting for our money. A little bit of a fluke against Charalampos Gregorio, but Cameron Smotherman has heart. This guy's going to be there for all 15, whether he's getting his ass kicked or whether he's beating the other dude's ass. And I just think that Cameron Smotherman's pressure is going to get to Sergey City. The guy doesn't fight too well off the back foot. He fights good when he's moving forward or when he's going 1-for-1. Cameron Smotherman's not going to give him the chance to go 1-for-1. I think Cameron Smotherman's got this in the bag. Give me him by a late TKO, but most likely a decision. And these are the underdog, the ROI, the profit, all that stuff. We've been trying to do too many underdogs. I need to chill it out a little bit. We had like 4 underdogs one night. What the hell am I doing, man? I've been reevaluating back in the lab. I'm working on everything. We're back. We're going to do 2 underdogs most likely per card unless there's something I really love and I want to do 3. But this way, as long as we get 1 for 2, we're profiting, and that ROI and those units are going to keep on going up. We got the DFS slips. On the left here on the better app, we have Ryan Loader under 45.5 significant strikes and Jeremy Stevens over 35.5 significant strikes. Like I said, Mason Jones is a brawler at heart. I think Jeremy Stevens is going to get at least 1 good round on the feet, brawling it out with Mason Jones. They're going to be hitting each other, cracking each other. Jeremy Stevens is a little bit slow. I'm not going to lie, he's old. He's going to be slower. I think he can tag Mason Jones a couple times. Maybe the calf kick's going to be there. And then Ryan Loader, I think his only choice in this fight is to shoot. If this fight's on the feet, I don't give him much of a chance. I think he's going to get TKO'd. And if he's wrestling on the mat, he's not going to be putting up the most ground and pound. He covered this against Valentin because Valentin just let him tee off on him on the ground. Bakoyev's not going to do that. This guy's pretty defensively sound down there. I like this slip a lot. Up on the top here, we have Jillian Robertson for 2.5 takedowns. Now this one, I'm surprised that we even got this at even money. I thought this was going to be like a 0.5 or 0.6 multiplier. I think Jillian Robertson, this fight's going all 3 rounds. It's like minus 200 for the fight to go the distance. That means 1 takedown a round. Pretty much everyone that wants to take down Marina Rodriguez can take down Marina Rodriguez. The only thing that's scary about this bet is that Jillian Robertson finishes her. But I don't really see that coming. And then give me Cameron Smotherman over 70.5, like I said. His constant in-your-face type of pressure. This dude is going to be all over Sergey City, and it's not even going to be funny. I mean, he's just pressure. The strikes are going to get racked up. In his last fight against Jake Hadley, he racked him up well over this. I can see that happening again. Then on the right, we have Daniel Marcos under 64.5, and then Jillian Robertson over on the fight time. Like I said, I think the fight's going long for Jillian Robertson. And for Daniel Marcos, Montel Jackson gets hit with like 1.4 strikes, like significant strikes per minute. That's some of the lowest I've seen. I think he's live to knock out Daniel Marcos. I think he's live to rustle up Daniel Marcos. Even if they're just trading going 1 for 1, Daniel Marcos is not going to be able to land the volume needed to cover this line. I think this line is insane. Then a bonus one here. I don't really should cover this app too much. I don't have a ton of money in this app ever. But the DraftKings Pick 6, they gave me a 30% winnings boost on a UFC slip, and I really like the Jillian Robertson fight time, or the control time line. So I wanted to pair something up with that. Bo Nickel, I think this dude is autistic if he shoots. If he shoots takedowns on Reiner de Ritter, what are we doing? And then Jillian Robertson over 6.5 minutes of control time. She covers this frequently. Now, you might look at Marina Rodriguez. She doesn't usually get controlled that much. Jillian Robertson has a different kind of control. When she gets you down, it's like the first minute of the round and you're not getting back up. Then give me Corey Sandhagen for 115 6 strikes. I think he's just going to be dotting up Figgy all night long. The calf kicks, the jab, the 1-2. I don't see a ton of clinching. He probably doesn't want to risk the takedowns or the guillotine. So I think it's just going to be a Corey Sandhagen kind of masterclass striking from the outside. Might be a little bit boring at times because Figgy's just not going to be able to mount any offense in my opinion, but I think Corey's safe to cover this. And then on the better app, we've been doing these long shots. These are the last 2 weeks we did a long shot. Let me move my camera for you. We've been absolutely going insane. Last week, I honestly just forgot to put in a long shot. So this week, I'm going to drop a long shot. I'll throw it in the Discord and the general channel. Make sure you join up if you want to see that. We've been getting real close, man. We're due for a big one, and I think it's coming. We got the free parlays. Last week, we went 2 for 2 on the free parlays. I forgot to mention, we went 5 for 5 on the locks. We went 1 for 3 on the underdogs, but I thought there's a world where we could have won all those. I thought Giga won his fight, but I understand why David Onama got the nod, and then John Castaneda in the split decision. What can you do? But we hit all 3 DFS slips. All 3 of those are 3x slips every single week. So if you want to do the math, that's, what's that? 3 times 3? Oh yeah, 9 units. Okay, anyways. Free parlays here. We have the over 4.5 for Corey Sandhagen, and then Montel Jackson moneyline. Now the odds on both of these have actually gotten better. This is one of those situations I get it a lot in the DMs or in the Discord. People are saying that the lines move when I make these videos, and yes, that is true. That's kind of how I'm promoting the VIP in the Discord. You got to understand what I'm doing here. But for this one, these lines have actually moved in your favor. You can get better odds than me at this parlay. I think Corey Sandhagen's going long with Figgy, and I think Montel Jackson is just going to get it done. And on the bottom here, we have the over 2.5, one of the locks, and then Mason Jones and round 2 to start. I don't think, if there's a round 1 knockout, I think it's Jeremy Stevens catching Mason Jones. Mason Jones is very durable, but I don't see him getting knocked out in the first. I don't see him knocking out Jeremy Stevens in the first. I understand the dude's old. He's got scar tissue. His eye might swell up. He might be bleeding a lot. I think round 2 is starting, and for the fact that this knocked his money line down to minus 175 is crazy. And then right here, we have the long shots. Now, just because I'm an RDR fan doesn't mean I'm picking RDR. You guys watched the breakdown video. You know I picked Bo Nickel, reluctantly, but I did. So I don't want to get any shit if RDR just gets touched up for 15 minutes here. All right, for number 1 here. Montel Jackson knockout, 375. I think this is crazy odds for a guy that possesses this much power. The odds are this high because he's going against an undefeated fighter who's shown good durability. Yanez had him hurt. I'm not going to ignore that. Don't overthink it. Montel Jackson KO. We got Juliana Miller submission. What are we doing? All right. Juliana Miller has a sick armbar. That is about all she has, and that's fucking all she needs, dude. I think Juliana Miller can win this fight. If she gets taken down, Ivana Petrovic makes mistakes. Every single fight I'm watching Ivana Petrovic fight, she's getting taken down, and she's doing things that set up an armbar. Now, surely she's been drilling to avoid this, so I don't necessarily expect this prop to hit, but just know it's live, okay? Juliana Miller almost had Fatima Klein in a sick armbar in their grappling match. Very, very good control from that position. In her fights, she's always trying for it. She's looking for it. This one right here is one where Juliana Miller is going to fight for our money. Santiago Ponzinibbio by knockout. Now, I know D-Rod's only been chinned once. I get that. But guess what? D-Rod's getting old. He's slow. Ponzinibbio carries power. Couple third-round knockouts. We understand what this guy's about. D-Rod has been cracked before. He can be cracked again. Ponzinibbio, give me him to win the fight. Give me him by knockout plus 375. Azamat Bakoyev to win in round 2. I think the first round is when Ryan Loder's going to be most dangerous. They're both going to be dry. The takedowns are going to be a little bit easier. And I just think that Ryan Loder could have success in that first round. Now, if he gets getting his takedown stuffed, if he's just not able to mount any offense, he's going to be a little gassed in round 2. Bakoyev has shown us good 5-round cardio multiple times. I think he can put it on him and get that round 2 stoppage. Now, I just put a quarter unit on all these. These are more for fun. I'm not going to be like, obviously I'm going to brag about them if they win, but I'm not going to be like depressed if all these miss because they're fucking long shots for a reason. And then, yeah, RDR round 3. So what the fuck? All right, make sure you guys join the Discord to catch you guys in the next one. We're hoping to go 5 for 5 on the locks for the 4th week in a row. Nobody else in this space is doing 5 for 5 like that. Nobody else. Find me anybody else in this space. They might have thousands of subscribers. They're not doing 5 for 5 on their most favorite picks every single week in and out like we are. All those guys locked up Brito. All those guys locked up Lopez. We're better than that. We didn't bet on Lopez. Volkanovski was one of the locks. We didn't bet on Prates. Ian Gary wasn't a lock, but he was a confident pick. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Make sure you join the Discord. Top link in the description. Totally free. If you want to join the VIP, dirt cheap. But if you don't, that's all right. We're doing free plays in the Discord, everything like that. And the YouTube videos are going to keep on coming. Catch you guys in the next one, man. Peace out.